Hey everybody, Jim.E.Dedelow out here, WJOB, the opening of Stadium Bar and Grill here at Ameristar Casino and Hotel. Kind of a big deal, $3.5 million investment. And just so that everybody knows, there's a lot of Chicago sports memorabilia. And just to keep it even, we got a Sox and a Cubs guy. You know, this guy needs no introduction in Chicago. Carlton, Fisk. Hey, pretty exciting day out here today.
You know, it really is. I've never been in this neck of the woods, to tell you the truth. And driving over here, I was, you know, you look out towards the lake and you go, well, there can't be any casino around here with all this other stuff. But here it is. It's the first time I've been here, and it's pretty spectacular.
So what are you doing these days? Give us the Reader's Digest version.
Well, I have a little gig with the White Sox where I go in and visit with sponsors and season ticket holders and corporate people, and the same kind of thing with the Red Sox where I go back there 3 or 4 times during the summer. I do a few more things with the Hall of Fame as they have their promotionals throughout the summer. I have 10 grandkids, so I spend a lot of time watching ball games and babysitting, which is pretty cool, to believe it or not. Down in Florida, there was a bumper sticker that said, you know, if I knew the grandkids were going to be this much fun, I'd have had them first. And I'll tell you what, that's the truth too.
You know, you played ball. It's been a while now. You look at the game today. Just compare right now, like say a guy coming up right now. He's 22 years old. He's breaking in the league, compared to when you were in your early 20s breaking in.
I don't know if I can really identify with a 22-year-old in this era as opposed to back in the day. I know that back in the day we had to know how to play the game, all aspects of the game, and if you didn't perform, you went back down to the minor leagues until you were able to perform all aspects of the game. It seems a little different now, where the expectations aren't as great. And sometimes you just learn on the fly, which is sometimes it's not too conducive to winning or viewing, as a matter of fact. But, you know, that's the name of the game now. But, you know, make no mistake about it, there are some nice players, some really good players, some young stars coming up, treated a lot differently than when we came through. So, you know, I think they've got more advantages. And so, I think that, one, they should appreciate it, and two, I think they should be able to grow within that appreciation.
Doing a little work with the White Sox. What's the energy like right now with the White Sox?
Well, you know, it's really difficult to get started, but it can make or break your season. You know, and that's the hard part about starting off. It's new weather from spring training. It's you know, you go on the road, which isn't, you know, you've been a year away from that. But there's different ways of viewing it. You know, sometimes you view it that, well, they're just off to a slow start. And then more cynical people say, well, they're in a season-long slump. But I think, you know, both sides of town are just hoping that as the season goes on, there's a lot of baseball left to be played, that they don't get too discouraged at this time of the year, because there's a lot of baseball to play. So you can always have time to pick up your game.
One last question. We got a local guy throwing some heat on there. He played for Notre Dame, played some football. Jeff Samardzija. What can you say about Jeff?
You know, I haven't even met him yet, to tell you the truth. I know he throws the ball well. He's learning a whole new league, a whole new, you know, aspect of how the league plays, how the hitters hit. So it's gonna, you know, it's sort of a learning experience for him. It's not that he's not throwing the ball well. I think it's more of learn tendencies, learn sequences, you know, learn lineups, and maybe, you know, location is more his problem right now than his stuff. So the more he learns, the better he'll get.
Carlton, Fisk, we're honored to have him here. The opening of Ameristar Stadium. It's a beautiful place. Come out and see it. Thanks a lot.
It's great. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Jim.E.Dedelow, WJOB.